guys. How it's going?
Hi.
Hi.
So today I learned a lot of things and a lot of new vocabulary. I made a list, but I will share with you guys on the chat channel my list, but maybe I have some spelling mistakes because I had to type fast. So uh, you can correct that, or you can add some words that you find interesting. And yeah, what about you guys?
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Those tips also apply for maybe. Well, in my case, I'm planning to apply to my college this year, so I will take in count a lot of tips and things we learned today.
You gonna share with us?
So can you hear me now or not?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I was talking
We actually
alone. Okay, so we can talk now. If you did you find any value on the class today?
Yeah, a lot
I
of
think it was
because
useful.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's also useful to
thank you.
do my application to the college. So I will take in count a lot of things. Um, if I have an interview, or also I have for my essays.
Yeah, you have an essay. Yeah.
Essay.
Yes. What about the rest of the people here? Do you want to talk? Do you have any questions regarding this
Yes,
topic that we
teacher.
discussed today? Yes.
I have a
Edu.
question about
Yes,
that.
Stephen.
Can you repeat what does mean for entry level position or entry level job? I don't
Yeah, an
listen.
entry level job is a starter job. Uh, es un trabajo inicial en un puesto, digamos, básico, donde vamos a arrancar nuestra carrera. No
Oh,
sé si hay una palabra en español para entry level job. No es trainee, ¿ok?
okay, maybe. Thank you.
I made mine. I think it doesn't have any name, but it's a period of capacitación. Well, that was my case. I made that like for 6 months. Then I had my first job as a trainee. Then
Yes.
yeah,
Cuando
then
hablamos
I
de... Yeah,
yes.
cuando decimos capacitación, es training. Yeah, training period es la capacitación. Training period. Pero no es eso.
So
You don't need any
yeah,
training. Probably you're already used with that job. You're good for making that job, but you don't have any experience. So you're there. It's an entry. Es como la oportunidad. Es como hay un plan que se llama en Argentina como el primer empleo, algo así. ¿Sí?
I
Esos
never
planes que hay para
heard of it.
profesionales. ¿Sí?
Pasantías.
No. Pasantía es un internship. ¿Recuerdan? Intern es un pasante. Lo dijimos hoy en la clase.
Sí, sí.
And
Hay
teacher,
palabras que son complicadas en inglés o en español también.
with this
Tell me,
topic
Stephen.
about the internship, do you think it's mandatory or is necessary that we start with internship, or we can start with a job?
Yeah. Yeah, like I always say to everybody, for everything in life, you need a purpose. Okay? So if you want to work as a developer, you have to set your goals and see what your ultimate goal is gonna be. And where do you want to take your career to? Do you want to be only a front-end developer your whole life? You want to die programming as a front-end developer? Or do you want to start as a front-end developer and then go to the back-end and then continue with your career somewhere? You gotta do some research. Also for internship. If you apply for internships while you are in university, that's gonna be it's gonna be easier for you to get a job. Because once you finish and once you have your degree, then you're gonna have experience already. I can see that from my nephew. I have a sister and I have a nephew. And he's already 20 years old and he's been working for 2 years now at the university, helping out to some teachers. And he already has 2 years of experience teaching to people that are older than him. He's 20. He's only 20. So he already got job offers from other countries.
Yeah, but that was while he was doing his
He's studying.
college. Oh,
He is studying. Yes, he hasn't finished yet. He's finishing this year on December, I think.
but
Yes.
he have. I mean, he has 20 years old and he's finished.
He is 20. He's 20
sorry.
years old.
He's 20 years old and he's finished his
He's
college.
finishing
He's
finishing.
finishing his college.
By the end of this year. Yes.
So when did he start the college? Because I think you
17.
17. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the average age, I think, or not.
Yes. Well, that's depend. In my case, I start the school late, so I'm
Yeah.
18 and I'm doing my last year of high school. So I think it's called I'm a senior in high
Yes.
school.
You're a
But
high
yes,
school senior.
yeah, I'm a high school senior. But you normally finish your high school at 17.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. And yeah. And he was studying, he was majoring um international relationships or something like that. And he's very smart. He already got like good job offers abroad. He lives in Argentina.
Oh.
He was raised in Europe.
In Europe. So
Yes.
he's
Spain.
planning. Spain. He's planning to be a lawyer. I think the guy who study those kind of
International
Such.
relations.
international relations.
Yeah. I don't know what he want to do. Yes, I think he wants to go there. I think he wants to go to Germany and help out the refugees in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have idea either about. I mean, what you do with those degrees?
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. You can work in an embassy. He speaks many languages too, so he can manage to get a job in there. He has experience, and he also has a certificate. He already got a diploma on, I don't know, I think something about Asian marketing or some market or something like that. So
Digital marketing.
no. International market
International market.
or international business and relations or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty awkward. I'm not acquainted with that
Yes, and
career, so
he also is
and I
young.
don't ask him much. I don't see him much, but I just know that he already has like very good opportunities going on for him. Yeah. So
Nice to
yeah,
hear
I
that.
think that internships are really important. So you should go for an internship because that will give you the experience. So when you have your degree, you will already have like 1 or 2 years of experience on something. Yeah, that's the thing. People get a problem to land their first job or to get their first job because they don't have experience. And I have a friend, for instance, and she got out of college at 27. Okay, so she was on the human resources career, and so she's a recruiter right now. But she's 28. She's currently 28, and she doesn't have any work experience yet. She's kinda freelancing, kinda trying to uh, work on her own, but she got out of college at 28. So I don't know, something personal. I don't know. I don't have much to say about that.
Yes.
But yeah, I would go for an internship if you want to just finish your um, finish college and land a job. You should go
Yes,
for an internship.
and also, I don't know if you heard about this, but in Argentina, on your last year of college, um, you have to do a subject called, uh, I think it's PPS in Spanish. It's where the students have to go um, to a real company and make some shops. If they made it well, they pass that subject. And if not, they have to still working or do something else to pass that subject. I think.
Yes. Yeah, Rod is chatting. He's on the chat, and he says like, yes, a professional internship that have like a successful internship in a big company, you are probably gonna get hired in there. Okay?
Yes.
So that experience counts. Or even if you are part of a big company and you don't get a job in there, probably that will help you out to land another job somewhere else.
Yes.
Hola,
Hola, hi.
No.
¿alguien sabe algo de Linux?
Sorry?
We speak English
I
here.
think he asked about Linux.
Someone can
Linux?
teach me
No,
Linux? Linux?
no Linux.
Someone know
This
something
is an
of hacking? Hacking? Security? Hacking? Someone?
like ethical hacking. No, we're on a workshop, an English workshop right now.
English workshop. Okay.
Sí. Estamos en un taller de inglés ahora,
Sorry.
pero
Excuse me.
no, no problem. Not a big deal. Good luck with your Linux thing. So where were we? Successful internship means landing a job in a big company.
Yes.
It depends, yeah. It depends on how much you you wanna get a job?
Yes, because I also had some colleagues on my job who was doing that. I mean, he was doing, he were doing, I mean, they were doing that last subjects, and the boss, I mean, my boss, uh, tell to those guys if they finish the college, they can apply for a job. Um, I mean, they have a reserve place there. I don't know how to say that.
So they have priority to get
Yeah,
hired there.
they have a kind of priority. I mean, if they finish the college, um, they will be they will be hired in the company if they want. I mean, they don't have to do an interview again or do other kind of papers.
So they don't have to
They
go
finish.
through the regular recruiting process. That's what you
Yes.
mean. Yes. So
So they finish and they are hired. They have a
they're
job.
basically hired.
Yes.
Yes.
Some business or companies in Argentina have are in touch with some universities to do that. For example, all your students of computer science have to do that final subject on a company.
They gotta take an exam, or I don't know.
Uh,
How does it work?
no, no, it's called práctica profesional supervisada in Spanish. It's a
Yeah.
subject that you need
Yeah.
to get your degree.
Yeah, it's a professional practice. Yeah.
Professional practice. Does anyone here is studying?
I think
It's at college.
everybody is studying not in college, or some of the people here are self-taught.
So,
Yes.
uh,
Or they are in boot camps, or they're in another kind of, they're in some institutes learning.
What is a bootcamp? I only listening
I think
this word.
I met some. Yeah, I participate of some boot camp of my company. It's an event where you go to share things that you was doing or working on, to share information or to share knowledge with with other people. In my case, for example, we were like 4 teams. Uh, one team to develop mobile apps, another to develop web, and another to develop video games. And we shared, things that are interesting maybe for other teams or for other guys.
Yeah, boot camp is pretty basically a place where you can just receive some training. You have to pay, and you get all the training that is supposed to help you land a job right away after you finish that boot camp. You go over everything, like it's a pretty intensive training.
So, I think we have been doing other thing, but we called it boot camp, but I think it's not.
So I pay for this training.
Yes, you gotta pay.
Oh.
Yes. Like I don't know. There are so many going around there, everywhere. How do you call that one? Udemy or something like that. Yeah. But yeah.
Interesting.
In Argentina, there's boot camps that are free, but you have to pass some exams before you can access them.
Yes.
If you live in Buenos Aires,
There are some companies offering right now some free boot camps, that some free training. You go
Yes.
through a 1 month or 2 month training, and after that stage, you have to pass an exam, and then you get the chance to get hired in the company.
What companies in Argentina?
I think
Accenture, for example.
Globant and
Globant
Accenture.
too.
Yes.
I am looking for
IBM.
this, but
IBM.
I can't. No, como
You
que
can
está
find?
buscando eso. I can find.
Yeah, you can find one. There are so many everywhere. Yeah. Yes. There's also some kind of informal training. Okay, you gotta be careful because some of these companies they can give you like a certificate, but it's not like an official certificate. It's just a certificate that you took part of the training, and that's pretty much it. Okay, it's not like a higher education certificate that you can get in a college or some kind of institution. Okay, and there are also some kind of institutions everywhere where you can like join, study there for 1 or 2 years, but the certification that they provide is not like official. So if you need to move somewhere else, like working abroad, that certificate is not a valid certification.
Yes, of course.
Yes. And like I always say, doesn't mean that I'm saying that if you study in a boot camp, you are not worth working in a big company. But if you want to work abroad, it will require you for your higher education. Not the company itself, but the governments, yes. So that you can get your visa. Because they have like a system of or a scoring system. And if you have an associate's degree, then you're gonna get some points for that. If you get a bachelor's degree, you're gonna get some scores for that. And if you have a master's degree, then you're gonna get the highest score. If you only have your high school, then you get the lowest score. Okay, and the same with English. If you want to work for an American company, probably they will just need someone that understands and um, um, understands some English and just is understood somehow. But if you want to enter into the United States or Canada or I don't know, England or somewhere else, they might require a higher level of English. Like you gotta be like a C1 or C2 level. But that's because of your visa. Because for a working permit, you need that level. Once you get the work permit, they would not require your certifications or anything. Probably the employer is not gonna care about your education or your English level. But the governments, and to make it all legal, they have high standards. Okay?
Requirement,
Yes.
a bachelor degrees for the visa in
Sorry?
for the sponsor in other country. It's a
Yeah, to get a sponsorship? To get a sponsorship, yes.
okay.
Yes. And you can check on the sites. We were talking about that on the previous workshops. Because a lot of people were asking about how to get into the United States and get a job abroad or stuff like that. Yeah. In Canada, depending on where you want to go, you might also need some French skills. Yes. So you gotta speak French and English in some places. That's a requirement. Probably in your work setting, you're only gonna need either French or English. For getting the work permit, you need both languages in some areas of Canada. Also, in some areas of Canada, you only need English. In some areas of Canada, you only need French. Some people ask for both, fluency in both languages, because both are official languages.
Yes. Edu, I have a
country.
question for you
Yeah.
out of context. It's about, I mean, when you was learning Sherman, today I was watching a video in YouTube to practice, I mean, to train the muscle of your mouth to speak in English or to speak in another language. It's about put a pen inside of your mouth and press
So
that.
you were gonna see inside your ear. Just kidding.
No.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
like press that pen with your thumb and try to speak or try to read something, some article or some passage.
There, and then you're gonna mumble. You're gonna be I don't know. I don't know if that's a good technique, but I think you gotta practice. German is very clear. It doesn't have many complicated sounds, except for the umlaut letters. There are only 3, and they sound pretty much like Spanish. Like the a, it's an a. Not like English, that when we say O, it sounds sometimes O, and some other case ow. It's not that complicated. So whatever you hear is exactly the sound that you gotta write. It represents phonetically that sound. It's not like English. Yes. In English, you may have like a phonetic sound, and then it's different. Sounds different.
Yes.
We were talking about that today. Yes.
Yes. Or maybe for French, I think that it's completely different.
Yeah, for French, they have the sound e, like e, una e, like elephant.
Yes.
E. And they have, I think, 16 ways to write that sound. Yes.
You said
I don't remember
16 forms to write that sound?
16 ways to write that
Ways.
sound. Yeah.
I think that it's complicated, but you pronounce perfect every word, or you sound with accent.
I speak French since I was a kid, so I speak French pretty well. I don't want to speak in French right now, but if you want, do you speak some French? I can speak some French.
No, I don't speak any single word of French. I'm not too um, interesting in learn too many languages. I think, I mean, for now, maybe someday I would love to learn French or learn
I
German.
think it's useless. You only need to learn English, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Um, because maybe if you meet with an important businessman, he probably speak English as well. So you don't have to learn too many languages in your life.
Yeah, I don't know. That depends on your interest. Like I always say, it's your purpose. I love speaking in the local language. Yeah.
Yes.
You have a
Something
different
that,
perception of the places and the
yes,
culture, and you perceive in a different way everything. And people treat you in a different way if you speak their language.
interesting.
Yes. And
Yes, I
it
mean,
works the other way around too. Like if you don't speak their language, they're gonna hate you. Basically.
hmm,
Like I said the other day, sometimes
yeah,
people are gonna say, "Oh, you don't speak English. Sorry, I don't understand you." I say, "Yeah, but I'm speaking English." I say, "Oh, no, no." You can see a lot of videos like those. Like people say, "No, sorry, speaking
we only
English."
speak French or we only speak
Yes.
German.
Yeah, or in English. Some people
Uh,
say, "Yeah,
that's not,
sorry, I
yeah,
speak
that's
English.
not
You don't
kind.
speak English." Yes. Rude.
Rude,
Unpolite. But yeah, people in
not
general can
polite.
be like that.
Yes, I find really interesting to practice another language. I understand English,
Hmm.
but as I think as I told you once, I never speak before an interview that I had to take an exam, and then I realized that I had a lot of work to do, a lot of vocabulary to to learn.
Incorporate. Yeah,
Yeah, to
whatever.
incorporate things, and also because that's made me uh, make friends or meet people from another countries, or yeah, meet people only to speak in English because it's something interesting, and it's not something it's something it's something extraordinary, if that word exists.
It's not rocket science. Yeah, I
It's not a what?
guess. Rocket science.
Rocket
An
science
expression. That
expression.
is not like something like you don't have to be a scientist working, I don't know, in NASA to be not
Study.
difficult. Yeah, not rocket science. Yep, I guess. I
Yes.
don't like languages. I always say that, but I speak a lot of them. But it was a random thing. I wouldn't spend time learning languages. I have seen a lot of videos and I have like a lot of people. I follow some guys in from Brazil, and I'm actually part of the Polyglot Club in Brazil.
Yes.
and they are they spend their whole day speaking in other languages. Like they speak very bad in French,
Yes.
but they gather every week and they start trying to talk
In
each other.
French.
And yes, they speak French. They don't
Ah,
get any better,
yes.
but they spend a lot of time. They have a reading club. They play games in there, and I don't I
Yes.
don't don't like spending my time like that. Like I said, I'm a party guy. I prefer hang out with my friends, get some
I have
drinks,
fun.
travel, and yeah,
Yeah, that's
basically.
that's better. Uh, I want to tell you. I think today I had some troubles with the tense because I remember
The
that
tenses.
the tenses.
Yes.
I was in the house, in my granny house, with my uncle, and he asked me to practice a little bit of English because he's from scratch. And I said, yeah, of course, I'm not the best, but I would like to help you. And we
Mhm.
tried to speak all the day in English. I mean, he's not from scratch. He know a little bit, but he don't have practice. Uh, he doesn't have practice. So today I tried. I did a I miss my backpack. I couldn't. I mean, I didn't know where I left my backpack, and I asked him, "Did you saw my backpack?" But I think the question was
Have you
incorrect.
seen?
Yes, have you
Have you
seen?
seen?
Yes, I made
Have you seen my backpack? I
a
lost it.
mistake. I lost.
Don't miss. You miss is like uh, you need to see someone. You miss a friend when your friend is gone,
Yes.
and you can miss the bus. It has a different meaning in there. But you lost your backpack. Actually,
Yes.
I lost it, or you can find your backpack.
My backpack. Yeah,
You
I
miss a
should.
party, Rob.
It's like you lost things. I mean, you lose things, but maybe you miss uh you miss other things like time. No, I think for time is
You
waste.
waste or spend
Well,
time.
or spend. Um, yeah, I have to study that. There's sometimes when you have to practice, but in this case, I feel like I have to study a little bit more uh, to improve my speaking because I'm having some troubles with those basic things.
Like I told you, practice makes perfect.
Yes.
You're gonna be fine.
Thanks. So, when is the next workshop or the
Next
next
weekend.
session? Next weekend.
Next
Great.
session is gonna be next weekend. Same time in this server. And in the other server, the new one, it's for beginners.
Yes.
And during the week, probably we're gonna meet up again to just hang out, talk, play some games. You can just read an article or whatever you want. You
Yes.
know, the other server is up to you. It's for you to do whatever you want. You can go there. You can just share some resources. You can ask other people's experience for getting a job or whatever. You can study and stream while you are studying. Some people
Yeah.
might join
Yeah.
and might help you out. You can just study together. can get a place in there and study with other people.
It's a good idea to study. I mean, to stream while I'm studying or about what I'm studying. Maybe to find some people to join and study together. I think that's make the things fun, study fun, and you enjoy it. Yes, I would like to do it. I don't know if anyone's here likes the idea, but I'm going to be practicing this week the tenses
Yes.
because it's
Can I review
make a review.
that?
I studied that in the past, but I don't. I mean, for the fact that I didn't use it, I forget it. So I have to make a review and remind a lot of things, a lot of grammatical rules.
Grammar rules.
Grammar
I hate
rules.
them.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I don't like languages.
Me either. It's the correct form.
Neither.
Neither. Sorry, because it's
Negative.
It's a negative.
Okay.
Negative.
I think we had a very productive day today. I've seen a lot of improvement in people. They're pronouncing words better. You're learning a lot. I think that today we discovered a lot of new words.
Yes,
That's fine.
I mean, I don't know if you heard it because I think your internet broke up, but I made a large list of some vocabulary, and I will share that in the chat channel.
Mhm.
But before that, I'm going to correct some spelling mistake because I was typing so fast while I was listening to you. I made
There are some
thousands.
resources that I share on the server, so you can go there. There's like Youglish. Have you heard about it? You're new here. You haven't heard about it.
No.
Youglish. You have Youglish and you have Forbo.
What is that? Sorry.
What
I can.
I will write down.
Yeah. But
I might be
I can.
mumbling right now because I didn't get much sleep. Yesterday I had an exam and I didn't get any sleep. I slept only for 2 hours.
2 hours? Whoa, you should sleep because a lack of sleep affect your productivity, I think, in a negative way.
I'm hyperactive. The problem is that I cannot sleep like for 3 or at least.
Yeah, I used to have that problem when I was. I mean, maybe you feel tired, but you go to bed, you close your eyes, but you can't fall asleep. Something that I recommend you is to do exercise. I mean, I don't know if
I'm not into sports.
I don't know if you.
I advise myself. I will take my piece of one out advice. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna party a little bit. I'm gonna get a few drinks, and I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Maybe that's work for you.
Yeah, it works. No sports.
No sport. Have you ever tried CrossFit?
No. No sports. I'm not sportive. I mean, I can do some trekking. I can climb up mountains and stuff like that, but I can't do
exercise.
Go to a gym, running and stuff like that. It's like annoying for me. There is Amanda. She shared the links to Youglish and Forbo. in general voz up here. So if you scroll up a little bit, you're gonna find chat room. In there, you're gonna get the resources so that you
Okay.
can practice. English is very interesting because you type down a word, then you get the word in context pronounced by many speakers, people from Australia, England, and the United States. And then you have formal, that you have in there the word isolated, pronounced by different people. So that's it.
Yeah. Great. So I advise you, Edu, to maybe try some sport, maybe some weird sport. Like I say weird because in Argentina it's not usual, or at least in my city to practice some of them, like
I was born in there. I
paddle.
know the city like the back of my hand. I told you that.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
I
from
forgot that.
South, that's awkward. Never met anybody from that city, like while being abroad.
Strange,
So
but yeah, you know me now, so you have one.
yeah, I'm on the list.
So yes, my advice to you is maybe to give a chance. I think it's the way to say it. To practice some,
Give it a try.
maybe some sport that you never give
Yeah,
it
I
a
should
try.
give it a
Give
try.
it a try.
Yeah, I should give it a try, but I'm not interested in that. Not my thing.
Okay. Uh, it's midnight right now. Well, 20 minutes for midnight, and I have to order food right now. So I think I'm going to leave. I have to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet you guys again. I learned a lot. I take a lot of notes about the tips and the advice to make a elevator pitch. And I'm going to practice. I mean, those days I will be practicing a little bit about
These
grammar.
days.
Sorry?
These days.
These days. Okay. Yeah.
Or this
These
week.
days. Yeah, this week, or maybe these 2 weeks, I'm going to be practicing a little bit of tense and a little bit of grammar because I really need that. I'm having a lot of mistakes, so I have to make a review of the how you say this
The content
of the theory before to still practicing. I mean,
for practicing. Yeah.
Yeah, for practicing those tense that are my weakness because I made mistake almost every time with I mean using the wrong tenses. So okay, guys, it was so nice to meet you again. So see you next time.
See you. Nice to see you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Edu.
Let's check
Nice
her.
to see you, Maxim.
Bye bye.
Bye, Nico.
Okay, does anybody
Bye.
has something to share?